Feeling different, it can be a really lonely place to be. So in this explainer, we're going to dive deep into that feeling. We'll get to the bottom of why it happens, and here's the twist, we're going to find out how it might actually be your greatest asset.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a room just packed with people, maybe even with your own friends, and you just felt completely on the outside looking in? It's not that anyone's rejecting you, right? It's this deep internal feeling.
And really, at its core, it all starts right here. You just think differently. It's like your mind doesn't take the main highway everyone else is on. Nope. While they're going straight, your thoughts are off exploring all the interesting side roads.
And it's not just about your thoughts, is it? Your feelings. They just seem to have more weight, a kind of richness, an intensity that, let's be honest, can be totally overwhelming sometimes.
You're the person who catches that tiny shift in someone's voice, right? Or that fleeting look on their face, the little detail in the room that just flies over everyone else's head. It's like you see the world in high definition, and that's really key to everything we're about to get into.
So when you experience the world like this, it naturally leads to a really common and kind of painful question. Let's really break down what that struggle feels like day to day.
I bet if you've ever felt this way, this list is going to hit home. You know that feeling when small talk feels like you're trying to speak a completely different language? Or how you can go to a fun party but come home feeling totally drained? And that constant feeling of being misunderstood, like your thoughts are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
And this is the question that just rattles around in your head, isn't it? Why can't I just be normal? You look around, you see everyone else blending in so easily, and you're just wondering, why is this so hard for me? It's like your brain has a switch that's just stuck in the on position, right? Always observing, always analyzing, always processing. That constant inner monologue is exhausting, and it can make you feel like an alien, even when you're with people you love.
And here's a really important piece of the puzzle. Society tends to put loud personalities and fast talkers on a pedestal. But it's not how you're wired. It's like you're tuned into a different radio frequency, a deeper, emotional one that prefers quiet reflection over loud noise. So it's not that you don't fit in. It's just that you're not meant for the shallow end of the pool.
Okay, so we've talked about what it feels like. Now, let's get to the why. And this is huge. This isn't a flaw in your personality. It's a feature. It's literally how your mind is built. We're going to look at 3 core traits that really explain it all.
So it really boils down to these 3 things: high self-awareness, deep thinking, and high sensitivity. You can almost think of them like ingredients in a recipe. When you mix them all together, you get your unique way of seeing and being in the world. All right, first up, high self-awareness. You know how some people just seem to act without thinking? Well, your brain is running this constant background program asking, how did that sound? What do they think of me now? This is what makes you so perceptive. But yeah, it's also where that intense self-consciousness comes from, the thing that can make you feel like you're behind a glass wall. Okay, number 2 is deep thinking. Your mind just isn't satisfied with the weather or weekend plans. It craves substance. It wants to talk about meaning, about what makes people tick, the big stuff. So, and this is so important, when a conversation feels shallow, it's not you being antisocial. It's your mind being hungry for something more.
And the third piece is high sensitivity. Think of yourself as a finely tuned instrument. You pick up on everything, every little shift in the mood, every subtle change in energy. It's a superpower for sure, but it also means that loud, crowded, or tense places can be a total system overload. You just feel things more, and that feeling sticks with you.
Okay, so we get the how and the why now. But this next part, this is the most important part of all. We are going to completely reframe this whole experience. We're going to flip the script and start seeing these things not as flaws, but as features.
This is all about changing the words you use to talk about yourself. So, what if overthinking isn't overthinking at all? What if it's actually deep perception? What if being too sensitive is really just having high emotional intelligence? And that feeling of being socially awkward, maybe that's just a side effect of being deeply aware of everything. So, what now? What do you do with this? Well, you stop trying to jam a square peg into a round hole. You start looking for the conversations in the people that fill you up instead of draining you. It's okay to prefer smaller circles. And the biggest thing, you give yourself permission to just be who you are without feeling bad about it. The goal isn't to change yourself, it's to understand yourself.
All right, let's bring this all home. Because the thing about feeling different, is that it can make you feel so isolated. But I'm here to tell you, that feeling, it's a trick. It's not the truth.
Millions, seriously, millions of people out there feel the exact same way you do. You're part of this huge, invisible community of deep thinkers and deep feelers. We might not be the loudest ones in the room, but trust me, we are everywhere.
So I really want you to let that sink in. The next time you feel that loneliness creeping in, remember this: you are not alone. You are not weird. You are simply wired to see the world more deeply than most people. That's it.
And that, right there, that is everything. This way of seeing the world, of feeling everything so intensely, it's not a flaw. It's not a burden. Once you learn how to embrace it, it becomes your greatest strength. It's your superpower.